All right, welcome one and welcome all, ladies and gentlemen, the Prange Classic, game number 2 from North Polk High School here in Alleman, Iowa. It is going to be a fun one, a fun battle here for you in store as we get the Comets up against the Knights. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen, as we get rocking and rolling. Want to go ahead and thank you everybody for joining in and making this a part of your day. Clark Smitty will be doing the duty on the mound here for the North Polk Comets. As he gets on the mound for you, we'll take a look at what he brings to the table for the Comets, who picked up win number 17 on the season in their Game 1 battle against Des Moines Christian, 11-3. And, of course, as we dive back into it, Smithy on the year, 11 strikeouts, as he has gone 13 innings worth of work. Teams hitting .209 against him on the season. They're going up against the Assumption Knights. And Assumption, last time we saw them was at the Catholic Classic in Des Moines at George Cordero Field in downtown Des Moines. Out of the Mississippi Athletic Conference, they stand at 15-9 on the season. And they have been on a 3-game winning streak, including a 1-run win over ranked Solon before beating North Scott up in Florayville by a pretty handy margin here, 11-5 in one game, 22-11 in the other. And let's get to it, ladies and gentlemen. We'll dive into more action as we go along, but we are getting set here. Game number 2, it's North Polk and Assumption in the second ever battle between these two teams. Smithy on the mound, and he'll start things off here with ball 1 away. Here's the 1-0. That one, a little chopper, and that one's caught fair, and the throw over to first will secure the out. That one at first glance, didn't know if that one caught enough, but it did, just inside the chalk line, and that is a good quick out number 1 as Jansen is set down on the 5-3 put out. Charlie Mauser stepping on up to the plate now. Swings through that one here, a good swing through strike 1. And 3 consecutive wins in a row here, including a big win over top 10 ranked Solon here for these Knights. As that one is shot left side, a good pick deep in the hole, and a fire across the diamond. And got the first baseman Engel off a bit, but a good job applying the tag there as 2 quick down here for the North Polk Comets defensively.
Now batting for first baseman, number 25, Nolan Dittmer.
And now Nolan Dittmer, the Southeastern commit, standing up, taking a look at ball 1, joining Coach Stindewin here, which is, again, one of the best Twitter names for any coach out there here. But Coach Schulte and the Blackhawks, he'll be joining them following his time here. That one is a slow roller, 2-hopper out there to first. Engel with the secure catch, and he'll send it on over to Smithy covering for the out. So nothing much happening there. 1, 2, and 3 go Assumption. And that is all she wrote. And it will now be time to give you, well, just like that, we're going to head on into more coming on up here as we got more coming up right after this here on the Iowa Baseball Network.
When it comes to protecting your home, you need more than just a contractor. You need a team that you can trust. And at IA Sports, we trust Lion Exteriors. They deliver expert roofing, siding, and exterior solutions built to last because your home deserves the best. With quality craftsmanship, honest service, and stress-free process from start to finish, they make upgrading your home simple and reliable. Whether it's storm damage, a full roof replacement, or a fresh new look, Lion Exteriors has you covered. Contact Noah today or visit lion-exteriors.com and tell them IA Sports sent you to schedule your free inspection. Lion Exteriors, protecting your kingdom.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Bryce Burke will kick things off in the bottom half of inning number 1. A absolutely stellar game in game 1, Burke. Ended up doing what he needed to do, reach base in 3 out of the 4 trips. Nothing flashy, but man, did he make a big impact. He sends that one up high, and that will be out there to be caught in the outfield grass. Nice job out there as it barely touches the outfield grass for out number 1.
Now batting the catcher, number 5, Ryan Zosky.
And now Zosky stepping on up to the plate. Zosky and an RBI sacrifice fly in the last game. That one sent right back here for strike 1. And here we go, 2-1 with the count. That one sent back out of play. Here we go, 2-2. Thanks again for joining along, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry for the little technical difficulties there, but we're back at it here. Game 2 of the Prange Classic here from North Polk High School. That one nicely laid off there. We go 3-2 for the full count. And again, on the mound here is Colton Mosier. And Colton Mosier on the season will bring up his numbers here. The freshman, 7 strikeouts, a 208 mark against him on the season. And he draws the walk there as the full count now goes in favor of the Comets. And Zosky will get his first trip onto the base pass here.
Courtesy runner for the Comets, number 1, Logan Morrison.
Logan Morrison doing the pitch running duties here.
Number 16, Jack Speaker.
And now the shortstop in Speaker stepping on up to the plate. Had a solid game 1. He walked and really had a lot of long at bats. Really made him work out there, and so looking to try and do a little bit of improvement here for game 2. That one gets lifted left side. But an atom ball basically is what it amounts to. And that goes for allowed out number 2 as the runner has to chase on back to first. So a line out to left. And now Easton Ingle stepping on up to the plate. He has 2 runners down, but a runner on, trying to get things rolling. The ball gets away. There will be the throw, and it will not be in time. So a pass ball allows a runner in scoring position here now for North Polk. And again, appreciate everybody for jumping along and joining the ride. Assumption taking on North Polk. This is the second game of the 4-game slate here today. A good swing couldn't connect here as we draw the count at 1-1. Assumption North Polk for just the second time here in the bound era. These two teams playing against each other. North Polk actually holds the 1-0 advantage in the series lead. And the pitch. That one gets sent out there, makes him stop and going back, tracking it, and that will be an out. Farrell will catch that one for out number 3, as that will be all she wrote. So two and a half innings and 1.5 inning, I should say, in the books, and nothing else going through. We'll be right back after this.
When it comes to protecting your home, you need more than just a contractor, you need a team that you can trust. And at IA Sports, we trust Lion Exteriors. They deliver expert roofing, siding, and exterior solutions built to last, because your home deserves the best. With quality craftsmanship, honest service, and stress-free process from start to finish, they make upgrading your home simple and reliable. Whether it's storm damage, a full roof replacement, or a fresh new look, Lion Exteriors has you covered. Contact Noah today or visit lion-exteriors.com and tell them IA Sports sent you to schedule your free inspection. Lion Exteriors, protecting.
.62, Coach. 62. First down. We're doing this so that the kids can continue to play. Like we used to enjoy playing when I was in high school. I understand how fun it was, and I want that same fun to be had by the kids now. So that's why we need more officials to keep these games going on.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Luke Argos doing the duty here for the Knights as the number 4 hole man gets things kicked off here and takes a look at ball 1. But that one is roped out there into left field, and a 2-hopper is all it's needed to corral that one. But a heck of a hit here by Argo as he makes a single in the first hit of the ball game here for the Assumption Knights.
Now batting the designated hitter, number 10, Jaden Swain.
And that marked his 15th hit of the season as Jaden Swain stepping on up. Smithy on the mound here for the North Polk Comets. So with 1 runner on, and Argo standing on first. Smithy with the fire home. That one gets sent high as that one's tailing. But a good run out there in center. Lamphers with some good distance. He covered a lot of ground on that one as that was a heck of a rundown for out number 1.
Now batting the second baseman at number 9, Jack DiLuio.
Jack DiLuio is up on next. Getting his chance to rock it here for the Knights. The senior batting .333 on the season. Check on over there to first. Keep them honest. As we have 1 down here in the top half of inning number 2. Knights, the away team on the scoreboard. And the Comets back as the home squad. Again, just the second time these two teams have played. Greg Tisson, the coach here of Assumption. Wyzowski the head coach here for North Polk. That one sent out of play. And Smithy with the pitch. Get me over strike. Gets another one in there, and that is strike number 2. We draw the count 1 and 2 now with one down. A runner on first. Assumption coming on over here, all the way from the Mississippi Athletic Conference. And that one got away. That's the third time today that North Polk has had a pickoff attempt go awry. And that puts a runner on into scoring position. First time here now for the Knights. Smithy will look, and the 1-2 delivery. And a good swing there, but could not connect. Lulio gets sent down on strikes. That's the first ones for Smithy on the day as Brady Mosier's stepping on up. A sophomore on the year, 321. He has driven in 31, one of the team's leaders in total bases on the season. He's also, again, the leader in runs driven in. He has 24 ribbies on the year, and he takes ball 1 on the outer edge. So already breezing through the first inning now, and a chance as we get into the top half of the second. Wind blowing right to left on your radio dial, so to speak. That one too far on out. Again, this broadcast brought to you by DeMoss Orthopedics. DeMoss with 3 great locations in the Des Moines area. Ankeny, West Des Moines, and Urbandale. Great chance for you to get in if you have an ache, pain, anything like that, and you want less wait time, less recovery time, less expense. Oftentimes, DeMoss Orthopedics is the way to go. So check them out today. Hit them up online at DeMoss Online, or hit them up right in, again, those 3 great locations in the Des Moines area. The 3-0 count now. Smithy in jeopardy here as he gets the throw. And nice get over strike on the edge. That's truly when you want to get me over strike. You don't want it to be too easy to be laid up for. You want to have some type of competitive pitch there, and you got to give him credit there. He gave a competitive pitch. It was on the outer edge, and now he's got to try and do that again. But a really good job here by Mosier to be really patient at the plate, and he sends that one out here for a 3-2 count. And Mosier, the total base and RBI leader here for this squad. This is an Assumption team who has stayed in and remained. Both of these teams have stayed in and remained ranked throughout the season here. North Polk was at the number 16 spot for quite some time and just kept moving forward. Assumption has kind of bounced around here, still a top 10 team. That one is laced out there into right field, and that will take a couple bounces. Meanwhile, Argo is coming around home, and the slide will produce the first run of the ball game. The Knights of Assumption take the 1-0 lead. So Mosier with an RBI single, make that 25 ribbies on the year for him as he sends one in there.
Number 22, Augie Farrell.
And now Augie Farrell, the Missouri Baptist University commit, stepping on up. He has a chance. The runner on first, already 1 run home. But there are 2 down. Trying to extend things here. That one goes a little too far inside. Smithy will hit the batter, and Farrell, hit by pitch, doesn't have to work very often. That's pitch number 1, and he gets hit. Sends him on over to first.
Now batting the third baseman, number 5, Bentley Caudell.
And now Bentley Caudell, the third baseman, stepping on up. And he'll take a look at strike there. Strike number 1. The sophomore on the season, 328 average, has driven in 8 across 22 total bases on the season. Again, really appreciate it. And again, ladies and gentlemen, if you get the chance, get out there and get a Brent Prange Classic shirt. Make sure to get that out there. Again, always try and get one every single year. Gives the list of all the teams out there. And again, we have teams from Cam to Woodbury Central, Waukee, Algona, Alta Aurelia to Newton. We have all across, it seems like, the state. Just great talent coming on for a great cause. So if you get the chance, come on in and be a part of the action. A lot of great baseball here in Central Iowa over the course of these 2 days. Right now we have the 0-2 count here on the Assumption 9-hole man and Caudell. The pitch lays off that one here for the ball 1-2. Mosier RBI single has been what's accounted for the only run of the game. So far, 2 hits for the Knights, and they have the only 2 hits of the game. And that one goes too far inside, and Caudell will be having to limp that one off. And good on him getting the sprint out there as 2 batters and 2 hit by pitch. We bring up a full bases loaded situation. And now the top of the lineup in Jansen back up at the plate. And Coach Zosky coming out to just have a quick conversation here. Don't know if we'll get anybody pulled here because, again, as important as these games are, you really have to play the battle of how well do you dip into that bullpen. And you've already had some bullpen arms up there. You haven't had your main aces, your main 2 guys up there through so far, and you really don't want to have to dip into that. With the pitch count rules the way they are, you got to strategize how you do this. And so it's got to be more of a, hey, guys, we're doing fine. I mean, I always remember back in my high school days, coach coming on up and saying, hey, I think I'm going to get Arby's after the game. It could have been that too. And the best coaches like Coach Zosky are always ones who are looking to create a lesson out of it and help you learn in any way, shape, or form. And that's just what the great coaches do. And they also make you laugh. They also make you get your head right into the game. So that's what's needed here as Jansen steps up. He was ground out in the last inning. And a good job behind the dish here. Zosky doing a good job. He has been one of the catchers that slowly is creeping up in terms of one of the better ones in the state here. Again, not quite in the top 5 all across, but that one gets away, and we get a runner coming on home. There will be no play at the plate, and Mosier will slide on in and capture run number 2. Assumption with the early lead. It's now 2-0. North Polk trying to get out of this one here. It's an Assumption team that really can jump on early. Not quite half of the runs come in the first 3 innings, but it's more on the even slate. It's more 50-50 than most teams. So this is a team that has some balance that really, as we've seen, they're not afraid to scoot on the base pass. They're not afraid to be patient at the plate. They have found a lot of success in that, and we saw them do that at the Catholic Classic here not too long ago. The get me over strike there. Now we have a 3-1 count. Middle depth outfield wise here for North Polk. A little deep here near the grass here from the middle infield. As that one thought to be ball 4, claimed for strike 2. Jensen, a guy that we saw quite a bit here at the Catholic Classic. We saw what he was able to do and didn't necessarily start things off. That one sent left side, a deep hole catch, and that's all he could do. Heck of an effort by Speaker on the backhanded stop. But boy, all you could do on that one is that was deep in the hole is just stop it. Stop the bleeding there. It does allow a run to score, but it could have been a whole lot more. So the RBI single brings up Charlie Mauser to the plate. Ground out victim his last time up, but he has seen his team score 3 in this top half. It's been 3 hits to push across those 3 runs and also a North Polk error so far. And that one, too, gets away. And now that marks it 2 as the runner is taking around second. And he'll say no on advancing to third. But there is something to be said here. 2 pickoff attempts have gone awry. And that has now put runners back into scoring position or scored entirely, as it is now a 4-0 lead. I think there has to be a conversation said here because right now, those errors, now 2 of them on the game, have led directly to runs. And right now, you're going up against an Assumption team that just, you can't have that happen. This is a team that likes to jump on you early and can keep course with just about any type of blow you give them. As that one is out there, a nice on-the-run catch there as it tails towards second base. Job by Fielen to capture out a number 3, but not before the damage has been done. A pair of errors, 3 hits, and 4 runs. The Assumption Knights now lead this one as we head into a bottom of the 2nd inning coming on up. And when we do, for North Polk, it'll be 5, 6, and 7 due up right after this.
.62, Coach. 62. First down. We're doing this so that the kids can continue to play. Like we used to enjoy playing when I was in high school. I understand how fun it was, and I want that same fun to be had by the kids now. So that's why we need more officials to keep these games going on.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we get into the bottom of inning number 2. Appreciate you coming along for the ride. Got some trivia coming on up for you. If you're a fan of trivia, bring you into the booth here, Andrew Brown. Thank you so much for tuning in. As always, hey, make sure to give a like, subscribe, spread the word for us. We always want to go ahead and highlight these athletes that make it possible here as we get rocking and rolling. Chase Fielen is the one that kicks things off here. He had a heck of a game in game 1. He struck a single and a triple. He drove in a run as well, and he reached base 3 out of the 4 times. That one gets ripped right there. A bouncer out there to second, and the toss brings it high and throws Dittmer off the base. Lulio with a little bit of a high toss, and Dittmer has a good frame about him, but that was just a bit too high. And anytime you get him a little off balance onto the base pass, it can cause trouble. So Fielen reaches on the air, as now that'll bring up Colton Boo to the plate. Boo last time up, he had a heck of a game in game one. He struck 3 hits out of 4 attempts and also drove in a pair of runs in game one. The sophomore, 282 on the year. Chase Boo looks at a 1-2 count now. This would be 2-1 count. And the next delivery, nice outside edge here. And one thing that Assumption, as I've seen a couple of their games so far, it really does seem like they like to challenge every aspect. I mean, they're typical. They want to go low and away and make it difficult for the hit. That one's sent out of play, keeps it even. But, you know, they really do want to challenge you on the mound. And you know what? We haven't gotten to see all their aces. We've gotten to see a lot of, again, we've seen them in a lot of Saturday editions. So we've got to see what their bullpen is like. As that one is staying alive here, keeps it at 2-2. But man, there's a lot of preaching going on about hitting the outside, making it competitive pitches. It may not always be the most shiny. It might not always be the most flaring, but certainly Assumption does do a good job of finding a way to make it competitive at bat after at bat. It's a 2-2 delivery coming on up. Bottom of inning number 1. And the swing through and the strikeout. That's another strikeout here. First strikeout of the game here for Assumption pitching. Moser on the mound. As we talked about earlier here with Colton Mosier, the freshman with 7 strikeouts, a 208 average against him. And all right, now he is at a 1 on and a 0-1 count. Can't quite catch the upper edge there. And Josh Wigg up at the plate now. Fouls that one. He is DHing for the pitcher in Clark Smithy. Excuse me. The 1-2 delivery, that one's also sent out of play here, 1 and 2. And some more trivia here for you, and we'll go ahead and ask that right after the at bat here. So if you're a fan of trivia and you want a batting weight here, we got one ready for you. That one too far inside, and that clips the shoulder. That's the third hit by pitch combined for both teams now. As we have runners now on first and third here with just 1 down. North Polk a chance to go here as Lampers stepping on up to the plate. Again, the question being here is that there is one team to draft 2 one Major League Baseball team that has drafted 2 NFL Hall of Fame quarterbacks. Who is that team, and who were the Hall of Fame quarterbacks that were drafted? Go ahead and hit us up. If you could be one of those that gets your name in, we'll get your name in the drawing, and if you win, we'll go ahead and send you a free batting donut here. We'll show you here in just a bit as Lanford swings through, and that one down in the count, 0-1. North Polk looking for their first hit of the ball game. So far, walk, hit by pitch, and an error has accounted for base runners. Again, a Raccoon River Conference battle here with North Polk up against Mississippi Athletic Conference member in the Assumption Knights. The 0-2 delivery. Here's the pitch. That one gets sent high. Is it playable? Dittmer will look, and nice job behind the dish there, using the net to his advantage. And Mauser on the mound, Mauser at the plate. And that one's hit up high, as that one will be seared into center field. And coming on with a good catch will be Farrell, as the Missouri Baptist commit will capture out number 2.
Now batting the right fielder, number 7, Drew Fausch.
And now Drew Fausch stepping on up out of the 9-hole. Kind of that second leadoff hitter in a sense. Really has a good knack for it. Again, batting out of the left side here. An empty count here. And again, with 2 runners on, they're looking to try and answer back the 4-run second for Assumption. Good strike there on the outer edge. Again, 7 strikeouts coming into this game. He's added 1 more as Mauser on the mound. Mauser, excuse me. And the 0-1 delivery sent up a little too high. 1-1 the count. Again, more Prange Classic action here as we get Van Meter stepping on in. They're coming up here in Game 3, taking on MOC Floyd Valley in the nightcap. Here's the 2-1 offering coming on up. And lays off that one. We draw it now 3-1. Again, coming up next will be Van Meter and Assumption, and then the nightcap will be MOC Floyd Valley against Van Meter. It's already a 4-0 lead here for the Knights. Trying to answer it here is North Polk, and a 5-pitch walk will now put runners on every single base. And now we can say that each team has had a bases loaded situation as we get the top of the lineup here in Burke right back up to the plate. Burke was a pop-out victim his last time up, and again, he's a guy that can silently make a huge impact. And what I mean by that, across Game 1, he walked twice, and he walked 3 times, I should say. So he reached base in 3 out of the 4 trips. He was effective. He came around to score, and he was that leadoff guy that you really, as a coach, love to have. And so he is one of those that just is an absolute game changer type of guy, and he's at the top of the lineup here for the North Polk Comets. The pitch and a swing through there, just couldn't connect in time. 1-1. And Assumption will turn around, and they'll battle against Van Meter in the next game. These games kind of going pretty quickly here. A swing coming up empty here, 1-2. Again, in Game 1, North Polk kept their series edge even stronger. They took down Des Moines Christian in Game 1, 11-3. That one sails out, and they increased the edge over the Lions. Now 5-1 in 6 games. But now they're taking on the second ever battle against Assumption, and they find themselves down 4-0. staying alive. The song rings true here for the leadoff man. And Burke. And Bryce Burke. And he lines that one left side as that will get all the way to the warning track. That'll plate one runner. Now 2 runners coming on home. And just like that, the guy you knew would impact and make a big time difference has now plated 2 and cut that deficit in half.
Now batting number 5, Ryan Zosky.
And now Ryan Zosky stepping up to the plate. Walk his first time up. That was a heck of a hit here by Bryce Burke. And he, again, fought through, nearing 10 pitches in the at-bat. And he sent a good one out there to left as that rolled all the way to the warning track. And, you know, it just goes to show that's the game changer type of guy there, because now the game sits vastly different in my eyes anyway. You go from down 4 to down just 2 in one swing of the bat. And you did so with 2 outs. The feeling has changed a bit. That one, a short chopper out there to second, and the throw by DeLilio will be captured for out number 3, but not before one hit by Burke crosses 2 runs off the plate, and now we have a 4-2 ball game as we head into the bottom half, or brand new inning, I should say, coming on up. We'll get to the 3rd when we return right here on the IA Baseball Network.
Oftentimes when you have an injury or fall and you're concerned, your first thought is to go to the emergency room. But with DMOS Urgent Injury Clinic, wait times are often a lot less and you can be seen at a lower cost.
If you know that your injury is related to bones, joints, muscles, ligaments, it's a great place to start.
From sprains and strains to fractures and even lacerations, we have 3 clinics for urgent injury that you can be seen at, and we have fantastic surgeons that we can consult and refer to when necessary.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It was a 4-0 lead after 1.5 for the Knights. And then North Polk, with 1 swing from Bryce Burke, helped to cut that in half. It's a 4-2 advantage as we head into the 3rd inning. And now Nolan Dittmer gets the chance. Gets his chance to go ahead and step on up here in the 3rd. Kick things off. His second at-bat. Ground out his first trip as he goes ahead and starts the at-bat 1-0. The next pitch sends a little too far out of the zone here, 2-0. Make sure that you go ahead and get a Prange Classic t-shirt, man. It really goes for a great cause. It's not just going for nothing. It's helping out a great group and a great cause. So make sure to get that today, and you get the chance to continue to remember history of all the great teams from all across the state, including these 2 right here that have made their way and again hosted or come through and made the distance to the Prange Classic. So again, a great way to put a memento on that, and again have some good baseball fun in the mix. 3-1 here, the count here to Dittmer, and that one, as that tail down off the shins, 3-2. Assumption and North Polk in just their 2nd ever meeting in the Bound era. And that one goes too far out of the zone. So Dittmer, his first trip onto the base pass comes via the walk. And now Luke Argo, who struck a single his first time up, later came around to score. He gets the chance to set up now his second at bat. A runner on. The Argo family, man, that has been a name that's been very synonymous. That one's tails too far inside. Very synonymous with Assumption Athletics. And, of course, just in the Des Moines area. Of course, we've had Argo as a major linebacker unit for Grandview as well. Of course, the Argo is last time that the Knights made the state tournament, you had an Argo repping. So, again, no matter where you look, Argo is a huge name for Assumption's just sports in general. So the 1-1 count here to Luke Argo, already with a hit here in this game. The Knights have 3 out of the 4. And the delivery gets them to pull the string a little bit on that one. Heck of a pitch. And there is an art form to knowing when to lay off a little bit and when to challenge them with the heat. And so far, I mean, we've had a little bit of that here across both games. And the look in, a fire on home, and a good swing, but not enough there. Strike 3, and that is how you go ahead and capture strikeout number 2 of the day.
Number 10, Jaden Swain.
So the first out of the inning comes on the strikeout here. And Smithy again. Challenge him. It might not have worked all the time. Again, he's had 4 runs cross under his belt, 3 hits. And of course, 2 errors, 2 of them belonging to him. But he is challenged in almost every pitch. He has made it work. He's made the batters work. And when you can make him work, make him a little uncomfortable there at the plate, that's where you can kind of find a little bit more of an advantage. Lays off the ball on too far out of the zone here. The left-handed swinger in Jaden Swain, who is 0 for 1 so far. The junior batting .299 coming into today's contest, 28 total bases. He has driven in 16, and it's been primarily a singles machine. He has 6 extra base hits on the season. Trying a little too hard, it seemed like, on that one as it sails on him and draws 3-1. Assumption Van Meter is the game following this one. Right now we are in the top of inning number 3. The Knights have led this one and now lead it 4-2. This one gets sent, and it trails, and it's out of here in the way that doesn't really help. It does bring the count full 3-2. Again, more than one location here. We got Sadell, we got Grind, we got Dallas Center, I should say. We've got Ankeny Centennial, Johnston. There is just a whole host of hosts across this Pawnee Classic. That one gets roped out there, and that will be a catch. An atom ball necessarily. And a heck of a hit, I should say, as that one was off the bounce. And we get station-to-station baseball here.
Number 9, Jack DeLulio.
Jack DeLulio is now up as Swain produces his first hit of the game. Hit number 21 for the junior, and now again into the number 6 hole as again DeLulio stepping on up. He is 0 for 1 so far. And he shoots that one left side. The good pick at short and the connection over there. Not Hopper, not in. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Coach not necessarily happy about that, as that one was a close play, a close call, and the double play officially wraps up the half inning. So at the top of the third, there was something going on there. There's some threat anyway. In the end, it goes for naught, as coach out there having a conversation about that. Regardless, it's now time for the Comets to get their crack at it once more with 3, 4, and 5 due up next right here on the iBaseball Network.
When it comes to protecting your home, you need more than just a contractor. You need a team that you can trust. And at IA Sports, we trust Lion Exteriors. They deliver expert roofing, siding, and exterior solutions built to last, because your home deserves the best. With quality craftsmanship, honest service, and stress-free process from start to finish, they make upgrading your home simple and reliable. Whether it's storm damage, a full roof replacement, or a fresh new look, Lion Exteriors has you covered. Contact Noah today or visit lion-exteriors.com and tell them IA Sports sent you to schedule your free inspection. Lion Exteriors, protecting your kingdom.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. A double play goes ahead and wraps up that inning.
Looks like it moved from the stands over to the picnic tables on the Comet sideline.
And we appreciate you jumping in and joining us here. Again, a tough call at the end of that one there, as again, maybe just a bad angle on my part. It was kind of tough to call there at the end. It looked like it was close, but deemed a double play to wrap up and end that half inning. And now we get into the bottom half of the third, and it is North Polk and Speaker to start things off here. Assumption still holds the 4-2 advantage. It was all the second inning in which all the scoring happened. Again, 4 in the top half of inning number 2, and of course the Comets answering with 2 of their own in the bottom half. Again, the trivia question here already looked like we have some answers in. Is simply there's been one team in Major League Baseball to have drafted 2 NFL Hall of Fame quarterbacks. Now, if you can go ahead and not only give me the team, but who the quarterbacks were, it adds even more bonus to the mix. Two and one, the call, and this one gets sent up high. This one gets sent up out of play when we bring it to 2-2. The Prange Classic continues to go and just stroll right along here. This is, again, one of the best times. It is late in the season, and it really goes and does a lot for not just the community, but just a great problem, just a great, not a problem, a great thing overall. Again, Sadell, Ankeny, North Polk, Johnston, and Ankeny Centennial here for today's games. Dallas Center Grimes, as that one is swung on for the strikeout. And again, multiple locations. Dallas Center Grimes Centennial also into the mix here as well across Friday and Saturday action. That's strikeout number 2 for Mauser on the bump. As now it's Easton Ingalls stepping on up. He flew out to center his first trip. From a beautiful, and this is one heck of a fantastic facility here. Again, behind us is the softball field, and it is just as spectacular here. Again, $7.5 million to get all of this going, and it was a huge community push as that one is pushed out there into left field, and that will go all the way to the wall. That will be at least a double here for Engel as he will walk there and do the dance. That's a standing double here for the North Polk first baseman. That is the second hit of the game here for the Comets, and that will be the first extra base hit of the game between these two. And Chase Phelan's stepping on up. He reached on an error in his first trip. Looking to try and claw their way back. They found themselves down 4, cut that lead in half, and now trying to keep that momentum going here. Again, 320 to the foul poles, 370 to dead center here. Wind blowing all the way to the left field. So right to left on your radio dial. And overall, for the most part, overcast skies. It's not a bad day for some baseball here. The 0-1 delivery from Mauser. As he looks, he'll check on to second. Keeping them safe, but keeping them within safe distance here. Again, North Polk, 15 stolen bases on the year. Engel certainly not one that's going to be the biggest threat on the base paths. But certainly Coach Soski has found ways to really make the base pass a strength here for the Comets. That one sails too far in. 6 combined hits so far, 4 belonging to the Knights, 2 belonging to the Comets. There have been 3 errors committed. And, you know, if you're a North Polk fan right now, you take a look at this and say, you've already had more errors in one game. Again, they committed 5 errors in their first game, and now they have 2 here in game number 2. Kind of just interesting, because this is a really sound defensive team. Just a really interesting look here on a Saturday. A swing through from Thielen goes for strike 2. And, you know, when you go up against a team like Assumption, those errors which have already cost them runs are going to be very detrimental. It does not take long for Assumption to really capitalize on mistakes. That's why this is a team that is routinely in the discussion late postseason. The 1-2 and a swing through has them set down. Strikeout number 3 from Mauser. And 2 big strikeouts here in this inning alone. And that is exactly what you need to try and get out of any type of jam here. Boo stepping on up. Strikeout victim his first trip. That one's sailing just a bit high. So a runner on second here as Engel started off the inning with a standing double. Since then, 2 consecutive outs. And a good swing by Boo, just could not connect here. Brings it 2-1. And Van Meter and Assumption is game 3 on deck. And one sails a bit high on him here for ball 3. And that one, if I had a glove, maybe it'd be ready for that one. Or maybe not. When all said and done, we drive it full at 3-2. With the full count coming on up, the full count pitch anyway. A runner on second. Assumption trying to get out of the jam. This one is fouled. North Polk has been pretty consistent as of late. Big win over Sadell. And then, of course, a doubleheader win over top 5 ranked Ballard. They have been on a good tear as of late, 6 in a row in their last 6. Assumption also has been strong. 3 consecutive wins coming into this one, including a ranked win over Solon. That one gets popped out there into left field. A one-hopper will send Engel on home. The play at the place is safe. Engel is in there, and now that 2-run deficit is cut by 1. It's a 4-3 ball game. So a heck of an at-bat here by Boo as he singles in the run. Now Way stepping on up to the plate. So far he was hit by pitch in his first trip. Gets strike 1 as we start next. So far 4-3. The Knights scored all their 4 runs in the second. This one gets hit up there. It will be fallen, and it will fall into the left center field gap. Runner coming on to third, and we will have runners on the corners now. Back-to-back hits as things rolling here, and the Knights looking to try and get out of the jam, but the Comets have struck their way back. 1 run home, and now danger here with runners on the corners. So Boo standing on third, Way on first. And now standing up is Ty Lanfers. Ball 1 to start. 4 hits apiece for both squads. 3 combined errors. And right now, trying to break the hit tie right now. That one was a close call there. 1-2 draws the count. Runners now on the corners here. North Polk, already with 2 out, has been pretty productive. This one gets sent on a loop into foul territory. Dittmer with the dive, can't get it. A heck of an attempt near the fence. And again, this is for a Saturday action. Both these teams are willing to put it all on the line and try and capture a win here. For North Polk, they've already won a game earlier today, 11-3 over Des Moines Christian. Here's a 1-2 delivery. That one has them backing away there. 2-2 now the count. Meanwhile, the runner does move on up to second, and we have 2 runners in scoring position. It seems that Assumption willing to let that happen, and we'll see how it works. It could be great. It could be a backfire. We'll have to see. The 2-2 sailing up on him here brings the count all full. The Comets have scored all 3 of their runs on 2 outs. Back in the second and currently here in the bottom of the third. They've been putting the pressure on after finding themselves down 4-0 after 2. This one sent really, really high. It's a major league pop-up, and coming on into Lulio with a good catch as he had to keep on the run and fight the win for that one. And that is how we wrap it up, but not before the Comets strike for 1 more run here in the bottom of the third, and they decrease that deficit. It's a 4-3 ball game as we get set here for the top of inning number 4 right after this.
Oftentimes when you have an injury or fall and you're concerned, your first thought is to go to the emergency room. But with DMOS Urgent Injury Clinic, wait times are often a lot less and you can be seen at a lower cost.
If you know that your injury is related to bones, joints, muscles, ligaments, it's a great place to start.
From sprains and strains to fractures and even lacerations, we have 3 clinics for urgent injury that you can be seen at, and we have fantastic surgeons that we can consult and refer to when necessary.
.62, Coach, 62. First down. We're doing this so that the kids can continue to play. Like we used to enjoy playing when I was in high school. I understand how fun it was, and I want that same fun to be had by the kids now. So that's why we need more officials to keep these games going on.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Brady Mosier is the guy to kick things off here for the Assumption Knights. He struck an RBI single back in inning number 2. And this is his second time up. Here's the pitch. First pitch he sees, too far up and away, ball 1. And 4 runs in the second for Assumption. That's all they've had so far. And those came off of 3 hits. And so far looking to add on to their mark here. And Assumption coming on in their second ever game against North Polk. That one sent foul. Out of the Mississippi Athletic Conference, 15-9 on the season. Again, as we mentioned, 3 consecutive wins against Solon and a doubleheader sweep against North Scott. So the 2-1 delivery coming on up here. And the pitch. That was right back here. Strike number 2. Tommy Speaker, the pitcher on the mound here for the Comets. As we take a look at him, the freshman, 3 strikeouts here. Team's hitting just .074 against him. He's had 6.1 varsity innings under his belt. No official wins here through 3 games. As that one's fouled back here. And we remain at 2-2. Beautiful venue here. Again, a facility that combines softball and baseball in one foul. $7.5 million swoop. Again, the community coming together and just making it absolutely amazing. This is a great facility. It is a great place to play baseball and softball. So really a shout out to the community in North Polk and everything they were able to do, because this is exactly what you dream of, especially from an athletic standpoint. Is just great facilities, and we get that right here today. 3-2 the count, and that, despite having to slide out of danger there, is called strike 3. And that is Speaker's first strikeout of the game as he comes in relief. As again, he comes in relief there on the mound. He came in relief of Clark Smithy, who went 3 innings worth of work, a pair of strikeouts. And now he gets one and his first batter of the game. And now he gets to face Augie Farrell, and he gets a swing through on the first pitch. Still 4 combined hits for each team. 3 errors combined, 2 for the Comets and 1 for the Knights. Assumption looking for their 16th win of the season here, 15-9 on the 26th campaign right now. Farrell committed to collegiately here. Missouri Baptist, I should say. And the 1-2, not quite in there, 2-2. Normal depth all around here for the infield of North Polk. And still a little bit of cloudy action here. Sun kind of beating out, but good wind. Going from right to left, keeping those flags flying there. Next game up will be Assumption taking on Van Meter. And then Van Meter will take on MOC Floyd Valley in the final game here from North Polk High School. That one sent back and nearing 10 pitches in the at-bat. Augie Farrell really showcasing that ability to fight off pitches. And one thing you notice here, both of these teams are finding that ability to just get pitches they don't want, get them out of the way, and get back to it. We've seen a number of different times here, and it really goes to show these are two top-ranked teams for a reason. And the pitch. Gets him to swing through that one. So what a way to step on into it. His first time up in this game, and he has 2 consecutive strikeouts to start. And now Bentley Caudell stepping on up, trying to avoid the first 1-2-3 or second 1-2-3 inning of the game. They still hold that advantage here. Caudell looks at ball 1 as that one sails away. Thanks again for tuning in, making this part of your day, everybody. We're having fun at the Prange Classic here, which is always a great time. You get teams from Cam all the way to Johnston. Here we get Assumption all the way to MOC Floyd Valley. You're stretching the entire state of teams that have come here to play in this Prange Classic. Once again, 4 runs in the second. That's what's been the offense here for the Assumption Knights. They hold a 4-3 lead because of that. And right back it goes here. Again, great facility. Love the netting, love extended netting. I love everything that's going on here. It is a great place because, again, just outside you get that Iowa backdrop here, that Iowa batter's eye with the corn, and it is absolutely, it's a fantastic facility, but it still screams Iowa high school baseball, and we absolutely love it. The 2-2 is sent foul out of play. And so Speaker coming on in, and he has 2 strikeouts consecutively, but he's had to work for him. Right now, he looks and deals. That one has him back off the plate a little bit. We draw it full. More action is screaming all across different sites here at the Prange Classic. Sadell, also Johnston, tomorrow, as that one is chopped there, and a good pickup there at first. Engel will just take it himself for the out. So we'll have to put a pause there, as that's all she wrote in this half inning here for the Knights. It's still a 4-3 Assumption advantage, as we will head on into a brand new inning coming on up. We get the bottom of the 4th right after this here on the IA Baseball Network.
When it comes to protecting your home, you need more than just a contractor. You need a team that you can trust. And at IA Sports, we trust Lion Exteriors. They deliver expert roofing, siding, and exterior solutions built to last, because your home deserves the best. With quality craftsmanship, honest service, and stress-free process from start to finish, They make upgrading your home simple and reliable. Whether it's storm damage, a full roof replacement, or a fresh new look, Lion Exteriors has you covered. Contact Noah today or visit lion-exteriors.com and tell them IA Sports sent you to schedule your free inspection. Lion Exteriors, protecting your...
Oftentimes when you have an injury or fall and you're concerned, your first thought is to go to the emergency room. But with DMOS Urgent Injury Clinic, wait times are often a lot less and you can be seen at a lower cost.
If you know that your injury is related to bones, joints, muscles, ligaments, it's a great place to start.
From sprains and strains to fractures and even lacerations, we have 3 clinics for urgent injury that you can be seen at, and we have fantastic surgeons that we can consult and refer to when necessary.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Drew Frausch stepping on up for his second at bat as the number 9 hole man looking to get things started here in the bottom half of inning number 4. It's a 4-3 advantage for Assumption. North Polk trying to answer back. A bunt attempt was for strike 1. That one is for ball 1. So the 1-1 count here. A little bit of a windy day here from North Polk High School. Again, right across the way, the old baseball field used for a lot of different other baseball events. Meanwhile, this is the first full season for this field here under the Comets, as that one is sent foul. Second year for the Comets with this, again, absolute wonderful facility. Again, 320 to the foul poles, 370 down dead center. That one, though, gets lifted. That one's taken. That one's going for a ride, and that will be all the way to the wall, and that's how it works out. A standing double for Fausch. And just like that, second extra base hit of the game here for the Comets, as it once again puts a leadoff double in scoring position.
Back to the top of the order for the Comets, number 14, Bryce Burke.
So Bryce Burke stepping on up. He drew the first runs of the game for the Comets back in the second with a 2-run single. He has an opportunity with nobody down and trying to work his way into getting some more runs. After the top half of the second, 4 runs for the Knights. The Comets have answered with 2 in the bottom half of the second, 1 in the third, and here we are, a leadoff double. And a chance to do even more damage. That one settles in for the strike. And $7.5 million. And again, this was a huge community push. I mean, I don't know if I've seen as much of a push from a single community. And it just goes to show that we have some great communities here in Iowa, and that's why we have some great baseball here in the state of Iowa. I mean, look at what we have here. This is exactly what you want in a baseball and softball complex. With the 2-1, here's the pitch. This one gets muscled out there. Where will it end up? It'll bend up into the outfield glove there for Farrell, as he'll capture that one for the out. A heck of a play there, as that sets out number 1. And a big one at that is, again, Burke is a hard guy to get out, and you really have to work it. So the fly out to center now brings Zoski up to the plate. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. Some wind happening out there. Some more wind picking up anyway as the game has gone on. That one, a shot out there to first, and Dittmer with the clean scoop will secure out number 2. But that wind has kind of picked up here over the last couple innings. Didn't really have much of it in game one, but we're getting that here in game two. It's going right to left down that radio dial of yours, so to speak. Right now, we move on over to Speaker as he pops on up and he gets the chance. 3 unassisted now as that one is a slow roller out there to short, and a good fire across the diamond. Mauser will officially secure the out, and that is how it does. A four batter inning here for North Polk. They lead it off with a double, but get nothing out of it in the run column. It's still a 4-3 Assumption lead when we return right here on the IA Baseball Network.
Student council really was a good opportunity for me to understand myself as an individual leader and understand the best way for me to help other people.
Student council provides you with these skills that'll last you not just through high school, not just through college if that's something you want to do, but for the rest of your life.
It's much better to face those obstacles now and learn how to overcome them so that when they take that next step, they already have some of those skills in place to cope and overcome and become the best version of themselves that they can be.
Being in a place where you feel like you belong and finding kind of your voice is so important.
By being around other leaders, you really soak up all of that leadership, and it just makes you want to become a better leader.
There's people out there who have a capability for change and are willing to go out and create that change. And if I associate myself with them, I'll be a part of that grand scheme of things that's bringing positivity and positive change throughout the state.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take a look at the inning by inning mark so far as we hit the top of inning number 5. It was a big second inning here for Assumption as they put up 4 innings. But since then, North Polk has plated 3 unanswered as we head into the top of inning number 5. 5 hits here for North Polk, 4 for Assumption, 3 combined errors here in this one. And let's get started here. That pitch in there for the strike at 0-1. Again, Tommy Speaker back up on the mound here for North Polk. And he has come in and done some pretty good work. That one swung on for the strike. And he had 2 strikeouts in his first inning here in the 4th, and now he has an 0-2 count brewing here in the 4th batter he's faced, and he's going to get another one there. Holy cow. The little hidden gem here for North Polk as Assumption, they start and they get set down. The leadoff man here in Jansen at the top of the lineup strike out number 3. And Speaker has been really solid coming in out of the pen here. 2 strikeouts in the last inning. Started it off with a strikeout here in the top half of this inning. And that one sent back here, 1-1. And Mauser stepping on up. He is 0 for 2, strikeout and ground out. And the next pitch, that one too far inside. Here we go, 2-1. From Prange Classic game number 2. It's a lead for the Assumption Knights. They hold on to it barely here. That one's sent back. Again, more thoughts, anything more, hit us up right here or all across the IA Baseball Network. We're on Instagram, X, Facebook. That one is sent on a slow roller to second. A good pick here by Fieland as he will capture out number 2, excuse me.
Now batting number 25, Nolan Dittmer.
And Nolan Dittmer stepping on up here. Their chance to continue the inning comes with the Southeastern Community College commit. Heading on to play for Coach Schulte in Burlington following his time as an Assumption Knight. That one too far out of the zone here. Starts at 1-0. Dittmer has remained a top 3 first baseman in 3A this entire season, and really can see why, as that one since too far out of the zone here. Sporting the all-white Bruce Bolt gloves, he has been absolutely a steady presence here in the lineup. His defense has been rock solid, and he has been one that a lot of scouts have been very, very pleased with. That one sent on a foul. 2-1. He has been really a guy that's been consistent, and that has really paid off. It's been really fun to see his evolution over the last 3 years or so. The 2-1 delivery sent too high. We draw it 3-1. Wind blowing out from right field towards left. Well, welcome here on what could be a very sunny and hot day. We get some overcast and some wind. That one on a rocket out there, the backhand by Fielen, and that is a good play there. Made it look easy, but that's anything but. 2 outs by Fielen as he officially helps to end that inning. It's 1-2-3, go the Knights. And we'll now head into the bottom half of the inning when we return. And it will be 4, 5, and 6 due up for the Comets right after this on the IA Baseball Network.
When it comes to protecting your home, you need more than just a contractor. You need a team that you can trust. And at IA Sports, we trust Lion Exteriors. They deliver expert roofing, siding, and exterior solutions built to last, because your home deserves the best. With quality craftsmanship, honest service, and stress-free process from start to finish, they make upgrading your home simple and reliable. Whether it's storm damage, a full roof replacement, or a fresh new look, Lion Exteriors has you covered. Contact Noah today or visit lion-exteriors.com and tell them IA Sports sent you to schedule your free inspection. Lion Exteriors, protecting your kingdom.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We have a new pitcher to tell you about in Bailey Alvarez, getting on the bump here today. Alvarez, we got to see him at the Catholic Classic a few weeks ago. He has accumulated 17 innings under his belt, 14 strikeouts. Team's not doing too well against him, hitting just 177 on the year. Yes, he has an official 1-0 record. He does have a save under his belt as well. And that's where we sit right now as we continue to rock and roll here. Again, appreciate you jumping along for the ride and enjoying the game here today. Again, this is number 2 of the all-time series between these two teams. North Polk with the 1-game edge. As Easton Ingalls steps on up, he absolutely obliterated a double his last time up. Officially 1 for 2 on the day. And Moser is done. That means he went 4 innings worth of work, struck out 3 in the process. And now Alvarez looks to come in and potentially shut the door if Coach Thiessen would love just a 2-pitcher type of day. North Polk already with a win here in this one. Game day 1 of the Prange Classic. Again, there are plenty more games to go all the way across multiple different sites here. And again, not just here with us, but of course, all the way across there is Friday action, includes Sadell, Ankeny, Johnston, and Ankeny Centennial. That one is a grounder out there to short, and having to make the extra play. Dittmer with a good job there as it pulls him off just a bit, but you can see the experience of Dittmer telling him what to do, and he helps it, and it helps him with out number one.
Now batting number 13, Chase Phelan.
Chase Phelan now back up. He has reached once in 2 trips that struck out back in the third. He's made some pretty good defensive stops here and would love to add on to that with a big hit here. That one does get hit out to center. It draws the center fielder into left territory, but on the run ends up capturing it as Farrell will record out number 2. And that one's a really tough one there because it looked like a pitch that he normally drives, and we've seen him do it for a triple earlier in game 1. So he was very much, that's kind of one of those games that one of those at bats that just unfortunately doesn't end in his favor as Boo takes ball 1. But, you know, you can't really blame him. Usually, as a coach, I'm sure you would like to see him take the pitcher a little bit deeper into the count. But when you see a ball like that, which he has taken deep several times, it's just one of those that unfortunately just didn't have enough on it. That one, though, doesn't have much on it at all. And that one nears foul territory out of camera view. And by the looks of it, we're back at it here with a 0-1 count. And now the 1-strike delivery. Too low in the dirt here. We draw it at 1-1. 2-1, excuse me. This inning has started out with a ground out and a fly out, and now we have a chopper out there to Dittmer. He'll underhand toss it over to Alvarez, and they will have the first 1-2-3 inning defensively here, and that will do it for the 5th inning of action. It's still a 1-0 Assumption lead. They're going to try and add on to that mark when we come back, and when we do, it will be Argo, Swain, DeLilio when we return right here on the IA Baseball Network.
Oftentimes when you have an injury or fall and you're concerned, your first thought is to go to the emergency room. But with DMOS Urgent Injury Clinic, wait times are often a lot less and you can be seen at a lower cost.
If you know that your injury is related to bones, joints, muscles, ligaments, it's a great place to start.
From sprains and strains to fractures and even lacerations, we have 3 clinics for urgent injury that you can be seen at, and we have fantastic surgeons that we can consult and refer to when necessary.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Speaker once again on the mound, and he is looking at his 3rd inning in relief here for the North Polk Comets. They find themselves down by 1, and it is going to be Luke Argo getting things up and rolling here as we get set for a brand new inning. It's the 6th, and this has been a close game. As we'll go ahead and bring you what has happened so far in this one. It started off with an Assumption 4-0 lead after 1.5, but North Polk chipped away with 2 more in the bottom of the 2nd, 1 in the bottom of the 3rd, and since then, that's where we stand right now. It's a 4-3 ball game, 5 hits for the Comets, 4 for the Knights, 3 combined errors here in this one. So the, excuse me, 0-1 count coming on up. Four different locations all across the central Iowa here today. And of course, North Polk is just absolutely a prime location to have it here. Again, this is the second year that this has been put in play. Again, last year, all but a handful of games were played here at this stadium. The rest, all the way across to the old stadium way, in which we got to see last year. This one is a major league pop-up, and that will be just on the edge of the grass side there, and that will be an out. Heck of a job to fight the wind on that one there, and that's what you had to do all the way across there. Boo, that's a tough play to make. And again, you lose it in the clouds, you could lose it with the wind. It's just about the easiest thing to do. And now coming on up here is Jaden Swain. He is 1 for 2 as he bloops that one out there. And a nice job by Speaker as he will capture the out. And again, within 2 pitches, Speaker has shown to be a very efficient hurler on the mound.
Now batting number 9, Jack D. Lulio.
And now Jack D. Lulio stepping on up, 0 for 2, and grounded into that 6-4-3 double play back in the third. And it is Knights as that one gets sent on a looper out there into center field, but coming on strong will be Lampers as he had quite the ways to run to capture that one. And in the end, he does it all the same. That was a pretty productive inning defensively from the Comets. It's their third straight 1-2-3 inning, and now they get the chance to get back at it in the bottom half, where we will see 7, 8, and 9 due up right after this.
When it comes to protecting your home, you need more than just a contractor. You need a team that you can trust. And at IA Sports, we trust Lion Exteriors. They deliver expert roofing, siding, and exterior solutions built to last, because your home deserves the best. With quality craftsmanship, honest service, and stress-free process from start to finish, they make upgrading your home simple and reliable. Whether it's storm damage, a full roof replacement, or a fresh new look, Lion Exteriors has you covered. Contact Noah today or visit lion-exteriors.com and tell them IA Sports sent you to schedule your free inspection. Lion Exteriors, protecting your kingdom.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. The bottom of the 6 is due up. Alvarez on the mound once again for the Assumption Knights, trying to keep the game where it is. And I got to say, that's seemingly increasingly difficult, although the last 3 innings, it's been scoreless ball all around. You know, in fact, as we take a look at this overall series, we'll take a look at the team comparisons here real quick. And again, both of these teams coming off of 20-plus win seasons, 12th for the Comets and 17th straight for Assumption. And we'll dive more back into that here coming on up. As again, we're at right now in the 7 hole. Josh Way stepping on up. He's been hit by pitch. He's singled. And he has an 0-1 count. This one, though, gets sent left side. That one's tailed, and that one has some motor on it. And that will be off the wall, and that will look to be another double. The third extra base hit of the game. It's the third double for North Polk. And for the third consecutive inning, the Comets have had a leadoff double.
Now batting number 8, Ty Lampers.
Yeah, that's seemingly kind of the big thing here. I mean, they are seemingly on the precipice of a big breakout here. I mean, you had Engel do it back in the third. You had Faust do it in the fourth, and now Way doing it here in the sixth, or excuse me, fifth, and now in the sixth. And it has been just as strong as you could ask for, with a runner on second here. And now Ty Lanford stepping on up, 0 for 2. "17 wins on the year for North Polk, 3 shy of another 20-plus wins season. A bunt attempt laid down, and it is perfectly done, and a miscommunication there on the mound. And that is how that will get a runner on the corners here for North Polk. So miscommunication, and just like that, North Polk has a chance to tie this one up here with 1 stride away, as that'll bring up Faust back to the plate. Excuse me, as we have a new hitter, Jace Jetmond, stepping on up. He comes in place of Faust, and Faust, depending on how his day ends up going, Faust would have a walk and a double. Jetman stepping on in there with nobody out, and it's something to do here. He has runners on the corners, and coach out there just having a quick conversation in my mind that's more along the lines of, hey, you got to know what your role is here. You don't want to give up the lead, right? You can tie it for sure. You can give up and give it a tie, but you don't want to turn that lead into a deficit here, which North Polk has proven they can easily turn around. So it's got to be fundamentals. It's got to be smart baseball. You got to make sure that you're not just throwing the ball willy-nilly all over. You got to be safe with it there. And you got to be crystal clear with where you're heading next, right? This is a North Polk squad that has some pop into it. They don't have a ton of stolen bases on the year, but honestly, with the way that they have played here through the first 2 games, they don't necessarily need it and haven't needed it for the vast majority of the year. And so here we are at bottom of the 6th. Runners on the corners here for the North Polk Comets. They have not led in this game. And if you'll recall back to game 1 against Des Moines Christian, they didn't lead until the 6th inning anyway. And that just happened to be a 9-run 6 that blew it open. But still, the little bit of deja vu here. And the next pitch, that one muscled foul here. Back to the net, and we bring it 1-1. Van Meter is next to oppose Assumption here. Game 3 of the Prange Classic from North Polk High School. An absolute great facility, great high school. I mean, academics is always a key here, but man, the athletics has made a huge push, and North Polk is absolutely strong. That one on a chopper up the middle, the step on second, the fire to first, and the double play is had. And they get some leather flash there, but in the meantime, the run from third does come on home to score. They clear the bases, but in the meantime, the trade-off is it's a 4-4 tie. And with that, that's got to be a little bit of the conversation here from Coach, which is, Coach Tyer on the mound, or for, excuse me, the coaching staff here for Assumption. The conversation had to have been, we can give up 1 run, just don't turn it into a deficit. Alvarez with the 1-0 count to Burke. That one too low for ball 2. Burke so far has gone 1 for 3. He singled in the first 2 runs of the game for the Comets back in the second. Since then, they've added 2 more runs. And that one, a high chopper out there to third. And all the way across the diamond it goes in time, they say, as that one is out number 3. But not before more damage is done. It's a brand new ball game as we're all tied up at 4. And with that, we will head into inning number 7. We'll find a conclusion coming on up right after this on the IA Baseball Network.
Sportsmanship means doing what's right, treating your opponent with respect no matter the score.
The guy across from you works really hard to get to where he's at, so you should respect him, respect all the work he's put in.
It always goes back to the golden rule, you know, treat people how you would like to be treated.
I'm sure if you play sports, you've been around people who are unkind during the sport, but it makes it better when everybody's kind. You're out there playing a sport, you're out there to have fun. You can still want to win, but always be kind. Remember, that's a human.
Nothing you can say from the stands is going to change the call that they make on the field. No matter how hard you yell at them, they're going to stick with the call on the field. So it doesn't really help much. But what does help is encouraging your team when they're down, when the call doesn't go their way. Instead of yelling at the officials, try to help encourage your team and get them out of the funk that they're in, and try and get them in the right direction.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It has been more scoring efforts here, and it is North Polk to have tied this one up with 1 more run in the bottom of the 6th. They have 7 hits and 4 runs, 4 hits and 4 runs for Assumption. As now we go ahead and bring up the 7-hole hitter in Brady Mosier up to the plate. He is 1 for 2, singled in a run back in the 2nd. And with the 1-0 count coming on up, again, Tommy Speaker on the mound for yet another inning here. He has been absolutely stellar coming on in relief here. He has now gone into his 3rd inning worth of work, and it's been 4th inning, excuse me, as he has been 1, 2, 3. And it's been effective here. It's a 2-1 counts. He has been very effective in his relief, and that's exactly coming on in what Coach Zosky and everybody else wanted there. I mean, he came in with just 6 innings under his belt. That one almost a catch there, but in the end, it goes into the outfield grass, and that records hit number 5 of the game here for the Knights, as they will officially avoid a 4th consecutive 1, 2, 3 inning. So a runner onto the base pass, Augie Farrell stepping on up to the plate.
Now batting number 22, Augie Farrell.
Farrell is 0 for 1, struck out back in the 4th, but hit by pitch in the 2nd. That has been their first hit in 3 innings worth of work. Bunt attempt, and Farrell will get plunked. 2 different pitchers, same result here. He's hit by pitch. And now with 2 runners on and nobody out, perhaps one of the best chances to get back into this one here, as we have Caudill back up to the plate. He too has been hit by pitch, and he's also grounded out. Right now, you get at that ball elevated in any way, shape, or form, it's going to be dangerous and might just score the runner from second. Keeping him honest over there at second base. Infield, corners are in, and they are definitely trying to take away that bunt attempt. Assumption also very really not scared to get that bunt attempt out there, and they'll do so. That one goes awry as that one's sent out of play. 0-1 the count. 12 combined hits, 7 belonging to the Comets. And speaking of the Comets, they have tied the game up here. They have not led this game. It was a 4-0 lead after 2 for Assumption, as that one is popped out of play as well. And since then, Assumption has been watching their lead decrease by the inning. The Comets put up 2 in the second, 1 in the third, and 1 in the sixth. And that's where we land here. It's all knotted up at 4. And North Polk out of the Raccoon River Conference. Assumption out of the Mississippi Athletic. The bunt attempt laid down, and boy, I did not think that he'd do it again, because that goes for strike 3 and out number 1, and a little bit of loss of momentum there. So again, after you get 2 strikes on you, if you bunt attempt it into foul territory, that counts as strike number 3. You're out, and that in turn brings up the top of the lineup here for the Assumption Knights, and Jansen, who is 1 for 3 with an RBI. Kind of takes away a little bit of that momentum that they got going here. Of course, all of that will determine how things go in this at-bat. But again, North Polk has slowly crept into this one here. So far, most of the scoring in the first 3 innings of work, 7 of the 8 runs, in fact. But right now, the momentum leaning more towards the Comets. And Assumption trying to edge their way back. They have not been able to score since the second inning, and they had 3 consecutive innings without a hit. Stepping off just a bit here is Speaker, who came in relief. He came in the 4th inning and then proceeded to go 1, 2, and 3 for 3 consecutive innings. I don't know if this was initially planned for him to do this well, but he is doing very well out there. And I know that they have full confidence in him. He's only had 6 innings coming into today's action, but I guarantee you after today, they'll be using him a little bit more. The 1-2 delivery is coming up next. Here's the pitch. That one, a high chopper out there, the third. The step on the bag, and across the diamond it goes. They got him. Heck of a play. Wow. What a double play there by Boo. That is how you draw it up. Everything is rocking right now here for the Comets as they set down the attempt here for Assumption. It's still all knotted up at 4, and it's time here. It can be the walk-off thriller here for the Comets when we come back. We'll see right after this on the IA Baseball Network.
When it comes to protecting your home, you need more than just a contractor. You need a team that you can trust. And at IA Sports, we trust Lion Exteriors. They deliver expert roofing, siding, and exterior solutions built to last, because your home deserves the best. With quality craftsmanship, honest service, and stress-free process from start to finish, they make upgrading your home simple and reliable. Whether it's storm damage, a full roof replacement, or a fresh new look, Lion Exteriors has you covered. Contact Noah today or visit lion-exteriors.com and tell them IA Sports sent you to schedule your free inspection. Lion Exteriors, protecting your kingdom.
The bottom of the 7th. Alvarez back on the mound for the Knights. It is time to get things rolling here, as the double play ended the last half inning here for Assumption, and they had something going there. They had a good attempt. They had a good, I want to say, they had a good streak going there is what I was trying to get at. They had momentum there through the first couple batters, but it just didn't end well from there. It started with a single hit by pitch and then ended up with a double play to wrap up the inning. And now Assumption's going to do all they can to try and keep it tied. Meanwhile, trying to walk it off here is North Polk. And they're going to go ahead and start with Zoski on the at the dish. And he'll take a look at ball one. IA Baseball is everywhere on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, X, wherever you can find us. We want to have you join in on the conversation. Hit us up, message us. We're very active all across social media, as well as IA Baseball, the number 1 at gmail.com. A great place to get involved and interact with us. Anybody we missed, anybody we should keep an eye out for. We're only so many people here, and we want to make sure we cover as much of the state as humanly possible. The 1-2 sent foul, keeps it there. Zoski so far has walked in 3 trips, is officially 0 for 2, and grounded out in his last 2 at-bats. That one is sent out there to short, and a good fire across the diamond by Mauser will officially pick up the out number 1. And so with the ground out, brings up Speaker to the plate. Speaker so far has lined out, struck out, and grounded out in 3 trips. And he sends that one out of play. Van Meter is up against Assumption. Game 3 is just a matter of moments away here, depending on how this game progresses. This one, a little blooper out there in the center field, and that will come down into the glove of DeLulio, and that will be 2 quick down. And now Easton Engel up to the plate. 1 for 3. He doubled back in the 3rd. Part of 3 innings out of 4 in which North Polk led with a leadoff double. Starts with ball 1 here. And we are in jeopardy of potentially seeing, well, I shouldn't say jeopardy. We might get some bonus baseball out of it here if Engel can't get rolling here and we can't get a run crossed for the Comets. So far through both games, they have not led. In fact, the only time they led in game 1 is that one is sent high. That one is sent out there to left center field. On the run, Augie Farrell tracks it down. He had a long ways to go as he secured that one. And we'll have to pause there because we get some bonus baseball on tap. Inning number 8 coming on up right after this here on the IA Baseball Network.
Student council really was a good opportunity for me to understand myself as an individual leader and understand the best way for me to help other people.
Student council provides you with these skills that'll last you not just through high school, not just through college if that's something you want to do, but for the rest of your life.
It's much better to face those obstacles now and learn how to overcome them so that when they take that next step, they already have some of those skills in place to cope and overcome and become the best version of themselves that they can be.
Being in a place where you feel like you belong and finding kind of your voice is so important.
By being around other leaders, you really soak up all of that leadership, and it just makes you want to become a better leader.
There's people out there who have a capability for change and are willing to go out and create that change. And if I associate myself with them, I'll be a part of that grand scheme of things that's bringing positivity and positive change throughout the state.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We get rocking here as a 1-2-3 inning in the bottom half of the seventh kept things going here in this one. And we get Charlie Mauser stepping on up to the plate. He has yet to secure a hit here in this one. And it would go a long way to getting something here as we continue on. Again, 8 innings now going to be worked on as we get some extras here. That one will get hit out there into right field. A seeing eye single will get things rolling here as that brings up hit number 6 for the Knights. And this, if you've already seen a lot of deja vu so far in this one, deja vu from how North Polk had handled last game to this game. Well, the last time these two teams met, right here at the Prange Classic. And last time these two teams met, a walk-off extra inning game. And here we are in extras, just like it was last time these two teams faced off. And so a lot of deja vu going around here. Last time it was North Polk with the walk-off winner, and that's the only time these two teams have faced each other. Trying to keep them close. Trying to keep him close. Assumption on the season, 35 stolen bases out of 41 attempts. Dittmer takes a look at ball 1 on the outer edge. So Mauser with the single. Dittmer looking for his first hit here in this one. He has drawn a walk back in the third, but has grounded out the 2 other plate appearances. This one gets hit high. That one will be in shallow right center field. Coming on will be Lampers. He'll catch it on the run, and that's a big out there as one of the best bats in the lineup has been, for the most part, silenced here today. And now Luke Argo stepping on up to the plate with 1 down. He struck a single back in the second. And effectively now 1 for 3 on the day. And he sees the first pitch. Count is strike 1. Wind dying down just a little bit now, but still very prevalent here from North Polk High School. That one gets laced out right side. It has some spin to it, and that'll be a good on-the-run catch out there by Fausch. And that was much needed because that was going to put a runner on third at the very least.
Now batting number 10, Jaden Swain.
And now Jaden Swain stepping on up. He's also 1 for 3 on the day. He'd love to get things moving right along here. Tries to do it with a good swing here. Again, question for you is a trivia question. What team is the only Major League Baseball team to draft 2 Hall of Fame NFL quarterbacks, and who were those NFL quarterbacks? So go ahead and hit us up right here. And if we draw your name, you're going to get a free batting donut, courtesy of the Batting Donut. That one gets looped out there into right field. Another single brings station-to-station baseball into play. And with 2 down, 2 runners on here for the Knights. Swain picks up his second hit of the ball game. And Lilio back up to the plate. He is 0 for 3 so far, grounded into a double play back in the third. The empty count here. Now the pitch on the outer edge counts it as strike 1. Assumption trying to poke across their first run since the second inning. And that one's right up the middle. It goes. A nice diving attempt. There will be no play at the plate. There will be a play at third. They got him. They got him, and the energy from North Polk is high. They caught him napping as he turned around the corner. Wow, what a play. That could prove the distance here. That could prove a big difference in this ball game. But we'll have to see what happens when we come back here on the IA Baseball Network.
When it comes to protecting your home, you need more than just a contractor. You need a team that you can trust. And at IA Sports, we trust Lion Exteriors. They deliver expert roofing, siding, and exterior solutions built to last, because your home deserves the best. With quality craftsmanship, honest service, and stress-free process from start to finish, they make upgrading your home simple and reliable. Whether it's storm damage, a full roof replacement, or a fresh new look, Lion Exteriors has you covered. Contact Noah today or visit lion-exteriors.com and tell them IA Sports sent you to schedule your free inspection. Lion Exteriors, protecting your kingdom.
Thanks again, ladies and gentlemen, for catching us and tuning in. It is 3A baseball here from Alleman, Iowa. The beautiful backdrop of North Polk High School. And boy, again, love it. Love the scenery here. Again, everything about this field has been great. And as you can see across the way there, the old field. We were broadcasting on that last year, in fact. But now we are here on the beautiful new facility, new turf field here for the Comets, as they are one of several host sites for the Prange Classic. And boy, we are about set up to have another deja vu type of moment. North Polk has given plenty of that here today. Again, last time these two teams met, they faced off in extra innings here at the Prange Classic, and it was the Comets with a walk-off winner as they hold the slim 1-0 series edge in this one. It's the bottom of the 8th. And as we go ahead and bring you back, we'll take a look at what has been the scoring efforts up to this point through this first 7 innings anyway. 4 in the top of the second for the Knights, answered by 2 in the bottom half for the Comets. The Comets added 1 in the third, 1 in the fourth, and that's where we sit right now. And so far, one thing it doesn't tell you on there, both teams 7 hits up to this point. The Comets looking to try and end it here. Yellen stepping on up. He is 0 for 3, reached on an error back in the second. Same guy that went couple hits in game 1 and included a triple. So far, the Comets have 3 extra base hits, all of them being doubles. That one sent back and keeps the at-bat alive here. Yellen with the possibility, he has a couple long balls already this season, has the capability of sending it deep here. One thing you definitely don't want to do, and Alvarez has done a good job of avoiding, is the sweet spot for the hitters here. And that one, he ties him up here, gets him to swing over it. And that is a strikeout here in the bottom half of inning number 8. First strikeout here for Alvarez in his relief appearance. That brings up Boo back to the plate. Check swing. And he certainly didn't want that, but it goes for the strike. Chase Booth, sophomore on the year. And that one is a grounder out there to short. And the fire across the diamond will be textbook, as that will be out number 2.
Now batting number 12, Josh Wine.
Josh Wine now up at the plate. He has been productive today. He's been hit by pitch, single, double. He's reached base in all 3 trips. So he has done his part and more. He would like to add more to that mix, though. as he swings through that one for strike one. His team has not seen a lead at all this game, but they have tied it into extra innings. That one sent foul, and that one drops. So it has been a game of back and forth, but for Assumption, they've had a couple of hits since the second inning, but they haven't had any runs since the second inning. All of their run action had come in that top half of the second. Since then, they have been scoreless. And meanwhile, the Comets have been slowly chipping away here. Two in the second, one in the third, one in the sixth. And that's where we stand right now. A slow roller out there to third, right on the edge of the grass, and all the way across the diamond. Caudill will capture the out. So we remain in extra innings. It's a chance now as we get into Major League Baseball territory. 9 coming on up. We have more on tap after this.
Oftentimes when you have an injury or fall and you're concerned, your first thought is to go to the emergency room. But with DMOS Urgent Injury Clinic, wait times are often a lot less and you can be seen at a lower cost.
If you know that your injury is related to bones, joints, muscles, ligaments, it's a great place to start.
From sprains and strains to fractures and even lacerations, we have 3 clinics for urgent injury that you can be seen at, and we have fantastic surgeons that we can consult and refer to when necessary.
.62, Coach, 62. First down. We're doing this so that the kids can continue to play. Like we used to enjoy playing when I was in high school. I understand how fun it was, and I want that same fun to be had by the kids now. So that's why we need more officials to keep these games going on.
Thanks for joining us, ladies and gentlemen, for 9 innings of high school baseball action here. And what's really impressive here is Tommy Speaker, back on the mound. He came in the 4th, and he has been wildly effective. He has not allowed a single run, handful of hits, but it's been but really nowhere close to breaking here. As we even the count up at 1-1 here to the 7-hole man and Brody Mosier. He has a pair of singles here, has driven in a run back in the second. And that one is a chipper out there to second, and a good throw will get him out. With that, now Augie Farrell stepping on up to the plate. The Missouri Baptist commit set and ready here. He's been hit by a pitch twice. He's struck out once. He's looking for his first true means onto the base pass with his first hit. And I say that, man, boy, there's a magnet attached to that guy, as that is his third trip up and third time being hit by pitch. Coach Soski having a conversation here. Looking to see what that conversation, maybe it was, maybe we lean into it, maybe it was more intentional, what the case may be. And when all is said and done, it will remain that way. So we get a runner onto the base pass here, as Farrell will be on first. And now that will be Bentley Caudill up at the plate and ready to go. And that one gets away from him, and Farrell will find his way into scoring position here. We've got some intrigue here with one down in the top of inning number 9. Speaker has come in and done amazing work out of the pen here for North Polk. He finds themselves in a bit of a hot spot here compared to what's been going on so far. That one low and outside, ball 2. So the 2-0 delivery coming on up. Here's the pitch. That one sent foul out of play here, 2-1. And these two teams have only known each other once, and it's been extra innings. And here we are, more extra innings. Got some PBR Iowa in the house. Rob Allison headhunting the efforts here at PBR Iowa. He is in the building. Can't quite got it in camera view here. I got to give a shout out here to PBR Iowa, all that they do, all the great work that they do for the kids here all across the state of Iowa. The 2-1, a dangerous throw there. That gets out to the outfield. You got a speedy Farrell making his way on over to third. And it just seems right now, after 2.5 scoreless, 1.5 past the regulation, that whoever scores first is going to be the winner. And it doesn't matter if it's in the top or the bottom half. You score in any way, you're probably going to come up with the win. $15 wins on the season for Assumption. And that one is a laser shot over there to third. And they tried to double him up at second, but Farrell with some good wherewithal to stay right there and stay put. Heck of a defensive stop by Boo as he captures out number 2. And a big one at that as Caldwell will now give way to the top of the lineup here. Jansen so far has singled once. He singled home a run back in the second. Since then, has not found a way back onto the base paths. This is Assumption's best threat here since they had 2 runners on in the 7th. That's a chopper out there. That'll be a hard play. A nice turnaround. And wow, Speaker has been just stellar so far. Man, this is a heck of an athlete there as he managed to go all across the body. He found a way to get the out, and he has been pitching lights out in relief. So what does that mean? It's now time for the do-or-die bottom of the 9th. And we'll see how things end when we come back right here on the Iowa Baseball Network.
Student council really was a good opportunity for me to understand myself as an individual leader and understand the best way for me to help other people.
Student council provides you with these skills that'll last you not just through high school, not just through college if that's something you want to do, but for the rest of your life.
It's much better to face those obstacles now and learn how to overcome them so that when they take that next step, they already have some of those skills in place to cope and overcome and become the best version of themselves that they can be.
Being in a place where you feel like you belong and finding kind of your voice is so important.
By being around other leaders, you really soak up all of that leadership, and it just makes you want to become a better leader.
There's people out there who have a capability for change and are willing to go out and create that change. And if I associate myself with them, I'll be a part of that grand scheme of things that's bringing positivity and positive change throughout the state.
If you've been a fan of extra inning games, well, we've got that one and more for you. We have gone nearly 2 full past regulation as we are in the bottom of inning number 9. This is a collegiate pro game here as we have gone now into 8.5 innings. It is now time as we get to the end of my scorebook anyway. We get the lead off here in the bottom of the 9th. Ty Lampers, he is 1 for 3, singled back in the 6th. And would love to get something rolling here as he takes strike 1 on the outside edge. Both teams deadlocked here at 4. And it was the Comets to make that possible with 1 run in the bottom of the 6th inning. Assumption has never trailed, but they have tied this game up. Likewise, North Polk has never led, but they did tie it here. And both Alvarez and Speaker in relief have done just omens work out of the pen. And that little chopper left side, that one gets into the outfield grass. And something brewing here for North Polk as the 8-hole man will capture his 2nd hit of the ball game. And something moving here. Chase Jutman back up at the plate. He came in relief of Fausch, who went 1 for 1 with a walk and a double as well. So far, Jutman has grounded into a double play, but wants to stay well clear of that here. And the throw over to first. Boy, they're trying to keep him as close to that bag as possible. I mean, ultimately the goal here is to get a weak ground, get weak contact, get a grounder, get a double play, and kind of end that momentum here. But the Comets, with their 8th hit of the ball game, seem to have something brewing here, and that attempt goes foul. As much as you think, man, that small ball would really help, we've seen getting to 2 strikes, and we've even seen people trying to challenge that 2 strikes and end up getting sent to the dugout because foul ball and a 2-strike count here. So we'll see what happens here, how aggressive they get with the small ball. Corners are in, double play depth up the middle here, and that is a successful bunt and a slip there. The throw is not in time, pulls them off. Momentum has now gained here for North Polk as Alvarez slipped on the way, but still heck of an attempt there as he nearly got it in time, but pulled Dittmer off the bag. We have runners on 1st and 2nd now with nobody down. 9th hit of the ball game here for North Polk, and that's the top of the lineup in Burke, and the guy you want up here in this situation. Alvarez, got to do all you can to keep him as close to the bag because Burke is more than likely gonna put bat to ball here, and where that goes, it has a propensity to go a lot of different ways. So you really want to keep him as close to the bag as possible. Don't let him get a good jump and make a close play more competitive. He lays down a bunt attempt as that one is popped foul. And now as we get here, we're in the bottom half of inning number 9. And boy, if you ever wanted a tense game with a walk-off thriller, we have got that in the mix right now. The leadoff man in Bryce Burke, top of the lineup here, set to go. The 0-1 delivery, and they're coming on in, and boy, that one sent foul. And gosh, I almost got to think here, guys, that you have to eliminate that now, right? We've already seen once with Assumption trying to do it with 2 strikes. I don't think you're going to get a lot of bunts going on here with 2 strikes. So it looks like Burke will go ahead and swing away. Again, he is 1 for 4, singled back in the second, but drove home 2 runs in the process. The infield comes in on the corner still. So they're not going to even attempt to accept a threat of a bunt. They're not going to entertain the idea of a bunt whatsoever. They are in on the corners to try and take that away. And double play depth up the infield here. The 0-2 count here to Burke. Alvarez with the toss. This one gets hit high. This one's coming on in. Shallow center field. And nicely done on the back end. Lulio with a heck of a over-the-shoulder catch here to secure the out. And that's a big out number 1 because it brings in the double play to end the inning potentially. And now Zosky stepping on up. He is 0 for 3, walked back in the first. Is due on a 318 hitter looking to get back into it here. You have about middle depth for the outfield right now. Not too far deep. That one for ball 1. You've got enough speed on the base pass here. You poke one into the gap, it might as well be the walk-off winner, but you got a ways to go. Alvarez has been dealing on the mound. Only 1 strikeout, but he has limited the action. And that one gets away. That one gets to the backstop. They can't find him. They can't find the ball. And that ball was right there underneath the netting. And Blue says 1 base awarded here. Wow. Ho, 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 ho. Mosier could not find the ball. It got underneath the netting and behind that black padding, so he couldn't see that initially. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. A chance, 1 down, a runner on third, both runners in scoring position. The infield is all in for Assumption. They cannot allow a single run to score. This one gets up there. This one has some depth to it. That one's trailing. That's caught out in the field. Are they going to send him? And they are. There is a throw, and the slide is not in time. It's a walk-off winner here for North Polk. The Comets, on a sacrifice by Speaker, ends the game on a 9-inning thriller.
Your final score, Comets 5, Knights 4. Thank you for attending today's game and support.
And that is how you do it. A walk-off by Zosky gets the win. And boy, how much better could that be if you're a North Polk fan? The second time you've seen this Assumption squad, and it's the same result. Extra inning walk-off thriller. Wow, what a game.
For each game from each team.
Yeah, 9 innings here, and Zosky puts one into right field, more mid-shallow than anything, but it was just enough as they sent the runner home, and the offline throw does not count. Boy, what a win here for North Polk. The Comets officially bring their record to 18-7 on the season. They go perfect here in day 1 of the Prange Classic. Wow, enjoy it, ladies and gentlemen. This was a heck of a game, and hopefully you enjoyed it here too. Boy, this was all the way. It had everything because It started off well in Assumption's favor. They started with a 4-0 lead after 1.5, and the Comets kept inching away, kept chipping away at that lead. 2 in the second, 1 in the third and the sixth, and of course, 1 here in the bottom of the ninth to walk it off for the win. And of course, man, you're looking at some of the players of the game honored here. Every Prange Classic game honors players of the game for both sides. And I got to say, the guy that I would give the player of the game to is right up there anyway here for North Polk, and that is Tommy Speaker. He came in relief back in the 4th inning. 3 of the innings right after he came in were 1, 2, 3 innings. He never allowed more than 4 batters in an inning. He was absolutely dominating in the relief appearance here. And if you're Coach Zosky, you know you have an absolute danger of an arm right there, ready to go for you through the rest of the year. Well, man, hopefully you enjoyed that one. Happy day here for the North Polk Comets. They go ahead and walk it off, and they do it in 9-inning thriller here. 8 hits for the Comets, 7 for the Knights. Both teams suffer a pair of errors on the game. And again, what an outing it is. Hopefully you enjoyed that, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully you had a great time here. We are going to go ahead and wrap up our coverage of this game, and we're going to be back with a brand new game and a brand new stream. That's right. So in the meantime, enjoy what's going on at IA Sports YouTube page. All the great things, including a new series on Bump Day. Of course, check out our crib tours and check out all the cool things that are on IA Sports YouTube. All right, ladies and gentlemen, for Andrew Brown, again, we'll bring you back into the mix here, but appreciate you. What a game that was, right? It had everything. It had everything you could have wanted. Good pitching, had good hitting. We talked about it earlier. This series brings you a lot. Not a lot of runs, but it does bring you a good amount of hits and, of course, a walk-off thriller. But again, thank you for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate your time. And, of course, we will see you in the next game. Van Meter takes on Assumption next. We'll be right back.